No, I'm running low on coffee. I should have refilled my coffee before before I started. Hey, good morning. We're live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. Let's get Instagram up and running. There she is. And now let's hit it with some TikTok. I was thinking this morning about one of the hardest things to watch as an actor, and it's not a bad audition. It's watching someone you care about get caught in the struggles of a self-tape. Good morning. This is the daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. It is Wednesday, July 8th. Let me know what you're working on in your acting career so we can talk about it. It's something that struck me yesterday, was watching someone go through the struggles. Um, I help a lot of people with self-tapes, my friends, and I'm happy to do it. I love doing it. I feel as though I have a really good intuition for what can help them. I'm very attuned to I'm very attuned to what can help people do what they planned to do, and then once that's done, shift it into another place so that they can spice it up, vary it, flex it, get past the planning and into intuition, give more, something different, just so that they have choices about what it is that they're presenting in their self tape. Because oftentimes casting directors are looking for a second take. And I feel like I have a good intuition, a good workflow for helping people finding that second take that can be really helpful to them. So I love, love, love helping my friends with their self tapes. Good morning, not your girl. Thanks for being here. This is the daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. And so I was helping someone with a self tape yesterday, and they were just in the struggles, right? It's when I was talking with a new coaching client, and one of his least favorite things is when those self-tape comes in and it's a 48-hour turnaround. I mean, that doesn't quite line up with the 48 hours that you had already had planned, right? So it's the surprise of the self-tape can knock things off. It's when you have it in your head, the audition comes in, the self-tape request comes in, and you have it in your head that it's due on Thursday. And then you're thinking, great, so I'll spend some time on Tuesday night getting it organized and ready, because that's how it fits with my schedule. And then you get to start to work on it on Tuesday night, and you check all of the instructions, and you realize that it's due on Wednesday. And you're like, but with that's not what wait, that's in my head. It was due on Thursday. So I was doing it, I was going to get it in early by getting it done on Tuesday night. And so the struggles, right? It's when you had planned to do your tape on the Tuesday morning, and new construction starts across the street, and I'm pointing out my office window at the house across the street, who suddenly decided that they need to jackhammer up all of the concrete and relay the concrete, right? And then they came back 3 days later, jackhammered it all up again, and redid it again. I don't know why. Not my job, not my circus, right? Not my monkeys, not my circus. And it's that can throw you into the struggles. You'll be in the middle of I know you've dealt with this one. Chime in and let me know I'm not alone here. I know you've dealt with this when you're in the middle of a take and a motorcycle roars past your house. Tell me, I know I am not the only one who's done that. Um, uh, how about this one? You're recording yourself take, right? You're recording yourself tape, and it's going well, and you're in the zone, and you can feel it. And a car starts that's parked outside your house, and they just sit there. And the idling isn't especially loud, and you're not certain that it's getting picked up by your microphone on your self tape, or maybe they've got the radio going and it's not super loud. It's just enough to be present for you. I know I have been there when it's like, and uh, my brain starts doing two things at once. It's like I'm still in this self tape. I'm still doing good work. I'm good, but there's a part of your brain that's thinking, wait, did that music just get louder? Is this going to bleed through? Like, I don't think that before it was bleeding through, but now is it starting to bleed through into the background of my self tape? The struggles, right? The struggles of doing a self tape in New York City. Oh, sorry about that. You know, I loved that I was working with somebody yesterday and on a self tape, and they said, "I'll be right back." They went and leaned out the window and said, "Hey, I'm so sorry." Like, I think it was an idling car that was just sitting outside their house, or I think it was a delivery motorcycle had parked outside their house. I would say Xanax, but that makes your eyes glassy. It's like on July 4th when all the fireworks were going off. We gave our dog a trazodone. She handles them very well. It's not dangerous for her, but all of a sudden it went from oh my god to oh, there's a firework going off. We do not condone the use of prescription drugs to deal with the struggles. But my friend that I was working with, they leaned out the window and said to this person, "Hey, I'm so sorry, but my grandchild just went down for a nap. Do you think you could?" My friend doesn't have grandchildren. Oh, that made me laugh. Oh, that one made me laugh. What the ones that you have to deal with? Tell me what you deal with your self tapes. And the thing is, like, what those things do is that it immediately becomes something we have to deal with. And I feel as though this happened in person auditions as well in a different way. Hiya, Joshua. Thanks for being here. Let me know what you're working on in your acting career. Today we're here on the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Patooty's here. Thanks for being here, Patooty. Um, we're talking about the struggles. We're talking about the struggles in self tapes, and I feel as though this happened in the room as well. It'd be like that moment in the room when you're doing the sides with the reader, or when and all of a sudden you're aware that one person behind the team has suddenly picked up their phone and is just tic-tacking away at something, and you're just like, they're not paying attention. Why are they not paying attention? I this was going so well. I'm doing really great work. Why are they not paying attention? All of a sudden, your brain is doing trying to do two things at once. Thanks, Patooty. It's good to incorporate, but either way, it's good to learn to deal. Dolly tracks are annoying sounds. God damn it! Do you know this is true? It is so true. Oh, I wish I had a shorter name to call you than user 56191594278853. Let me know what I can call you, or do I just call you on set? I'm just going to call you on set. On set, I know what you're talking about. It is interesting, though. For me, the experience of being set is different because it. Funny Mom's here. Hey, Funny Mom. Funny Mom knows all about this because Funny Mom is always shooting some commercial in somewhere. But for some reason, with me, I find it easier on set because there are just so many people. Like it's a skill that I use on set because there are just so many people just outside of the periphery, just outside of the eye line. It's like something that I'm sort of almost training myself to. I've trained myself to, like, no, 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 no. My focus is with this person right here, right now. That's it. That's all I have. I've never had to do a scene where part of the scene is acknowledging the environment. That's not true either. I did that on The Deuce. I was a realtor on The Deuce, and I had a sort of a recurring role on The Deuce as this realtor for Chris Coy's character. And there was a scene where we had to walk into an environment and take it all in and discuss the space in a way. But they had set that up so that we weren't necessarily dealing with eyeline issues of, oh, that's where the boom mic is and that's where the grip is. Do you know what I mean? Like, for some reason, it wasn't difficult in that environment. I'm not sure. It's also just because Chris Coy is such a great actor that it was easy to be, eyes on him and yeah, I don't know. On set, let me know what. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Asha. I appreciate the little corgi butt shake. I love corgis. I love all dogs. What am I talking about? But I'm getting through season 5 of Hacks and the whole storyline with the corgis. I'm obsessed. Um, but what I was talking about was the struggles of the self tape, right? Oh, and I got a heart too. Thank you, Asha. I appreciate the heart me. So it's those things that we deal with in self tapes and in the room as well. You know, in those moments when I'm there to help my friend as a reader, to help my friend get through their self tape, what I know is that they don't need another acting note. They don't need a let's try one where you're doing this, or what they need is to remind them that today just happens to be one of those days. I am there for support. You can relentless kindness. That is what I try to lean into. Relentless support and kindness. You got this. You're doing great. If they skipped a word, if they say it wrong, that's not what they need right now. What they need is just the encouragement to hang on and just keep going and make sure they can get through the work. Uh, what does this do? Okay. All right, let's try that. All right. Emojis are not available. Okay, drag here to delete. All right, that's what we're gonna do for right now. Okay, interacting on TikTok, live on TikTok. Uh, Hi, Rob and Elizabeth Lee over on Instagram. Thanks for being here. Dolls of Horror, Summer's here. I was a reader for my friend for a last minute self tape at a con. We started recording in the quiet hotel gym and then they started blasting music, wrecked the flow for a minute. Oh man, see, you know what I'm talking about, Summer. This is the thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the self tape, the struggles. I just call them the struggles. Sometimes you're in the struggles, and when I'm there for my friend as a reader, all I know to do is relentless kindness and support. Um, you know, I feel as though those are not the moments to say that one you skipped this word and this word and this word. I feel like that's just not the time. Um, so I try very hard to stay present to what it is that is going to help them just get it done, because I can feel sometimes when people are just like, I'm not sure I can even finish this. My goal is always to finish this, but also sometimes the best direction isn't let's do another take. It's let's come back to this tomorrow morning. And you know, if I can, I want to be there for my friend um, the next morning, just to say, you know, we have another opportunity available, and let's just get it, see if we can get it done the next day. All right, I think that's worked. Um, couldn't submit, try again later. Good idea. Uh, so I mean, that's just speaking of community. Hey, Volfan 2021, hi from Tennessee. Let me know what you're working on in your acting career. That's why we're here to to support each other and get through these ideas as a uh, this is what the daily is all about. The morning report from the Working Actor NYC is your place for real life stories, strategies, and insights that to help you build a successful and sustainable acting career. So let me know what you're working on in yours. Something that I'm excited about, speaking about communities, I have started exploring Substack. Is anybody into Substack? Tell me. I want to know if you're into Substack. Um, and because I have always been a fan of written word, and uh, long form writing is something that I have always had a certain amount of facility with, and a certain amount of I get a certain amount of joy from. And so it seemed like an obvious move to check out Substack. And my first, The Working Actor NYC is now on Substack. The first essay is published. I'm planning to do a weekly essay over there. So I've got a few scheduled, but I'm still learning about Substack and the Substack community. So if you have experience with Substack, let me know what I need to know. Because as I say, oh, Black Hat, thanks for being here. I appreciate your help and support. So let me know if you have experience with Substack, and what do I need to know about joining this community? I can see that it could well be another rabbit hole for me to go down. I really enjoy uh, part of me as a sort of an artisan. Have you ever heard of these? There are creative types. Now I can't pull up the name of the author that invented the creative types. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. The creative types, like a lister, artisan, sensitive soul, etc. Meta Wagner, that's who it is. Meta Wagner created the creative types. Meta Wagner creative types. Check it out. It's super interesting. Oh, there's a TED Talk. I'm totally going to go down that rabbit hole as well. I love a rabbit hole. But part of my artistic personality is, yes, there's a part of me that is like A-lister. You know, I want my little, you know, it's why I show up on the internet so much, is because it's my little creative spotlight for a moment. You know, it's just my tiny little corner of the internet. So that appeals to my A-lister type. But the another type that I'm a combo platter. I think we're all combo platters. But another part of my combo platter is being the artisan. I enjoy the craft of artistry and creativity, and the part of social media, and I'm going to include Substack in that. Substack is another kind of social media because it is about building community and about being creative in public. And, you know, part of that, the artisan side of that, is learning how it works and how to improve and tweak and hone. And I enjoy that part. I don't know, maybe that resonates with you. Let me know what you think. But yeah, Substack seems to be another avenue, another rabbit hole for me to dive down. So I welcome all tips and tricks. Let me know if you have any strategies, and if you get any enjoyment from those. Let me know. All right, my friends, I'm going to kind of try and get through the gym before I have my discovery call with a new client this morning, new coaching client this morning. As always, if you're interested in coaching, check out the workingactornyc.com/coaching. And I can, let's start a discussion, or just DM me on any of the Working Actor NYC social media channels, right here on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, or on Substack. How about that? Wherever you are in your acting career, remember, you got this. Keep going. I will be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. All right, my friends. I appreciate your support. I'll be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m.